Hey folks, it is Derby Day, but we've also got races at Rosehill Gardens. So let's get straight into Isaac's Saturday race tips, starting off at Flemington with race 2, the Group 3 Lexus Hotham Stakes. Now it's a 2,500 metre. For the winner, it's an automatic entry into the Melbourne Cup, so a huge prize up for grabs. On my list, I've got number 3, Ladonda v Barrier 5, Damien Oliver on board, currently back to $10. You never know, folks. Ladonda v, it might get the win. I'm hoping it has a good run. Number 7, Mankind. I'm more, confident with having a solid run. It's drawn the inside barrier with barrier 1. Linda Meach on board, currently back to $3.40. Mankind's been going really well, but it's placing a lot. It's been second, third, and it's been a while since its last win, which was in 2020 in Doncaster. So hopefully Mankind maybe gets the win today. Race 3 is the Z Run Wakeful Stakes, 2,000 metre. Number 1, Yearning, will hopefully go well, but the horse on top for me is probably number 2, Daisies. Barrier 1, James McDonald on board, currently back to $5.50. Last run was a 2,000 metre, and it won the Ethereal Stakes. So, it's used to the distance, and that win in the Ethereal Stakes was really good. Hopefully it gets another one in the Wakeful Stakes today. Race 4 is the Tab Not One Day Linlithgow Stakes. Number 2, Kima Passer, I've got pretty much on top for me. Barrier 2, Craig Williams on board, currently back to $3.50. It loves this track. Last start came third at Flemington. It's the same distance, so Kima Passer will go well and hopefully gets the win for Craig today. I've also chucked in now, I want to see how this horse goes. Number 5 is Saurian. Barrier 1, Damien Oliver on board. I'm hoping it has a nice run. And I think the odds were around the $15 mark earlier this morning. So hopefully maybe a Saurian gets a placing. Race 5 is the Group 1 Tab Empire Rose Stakes, 1,600 metre. The favourite at $3.20 is number 3, Tafane. Barrier 2, Craig Williams on board. I think, Tafane will place. I've got it to place maybe second or third, of course. But the winner, I've put as number 13, Flying Mascot, Barrier 7, Blake McDougall on board. It is a tiny bit of a roughie in this race at $11. Really strong odds there, really good. Her last start at the Valley was absolutely fantastic. Bursted away, made it look easy and got the job done. So Flying Mascot on top for me, and Tafane to place maybe third, say. Race 6 is the Group 1 Penfolds Victoria Derby, 2,500 metre. The Derby, it's such a big race. We've seen in the past years a horse like Johnny Get Angry. I look at last year winning it as a roughie. Everyone underestimated him. What a win it was. What an emotional win for Dennis Pagan, for Lockie King. It was a great day on the track when Johnny won the Derby. And today, I think number 3, Allegron, can win it. Barrier 9, Brett Preble on board, currently back to $6.50. It is a Sydney-based horse, so it's not really used to the Flemington track. Its last start was a 2,000 metre, and it came third. So, another 500 metres. We'll have to see what Allegron's got left in the tank. I've also chucked in number 8, Commander Harry, Barrier 15, Linda Meach on board. It is a roughie. It's quite a big roughie at $26. Only has had 4 runs. Now, out of those 4, 2 of them have been placing. Second, it's 1-1, and the other, it wasn't so good. So Commander Harry might have a good chance in the Derby. Race 7 is the Group 1 Coolamon Stud Stakes, 1,200 metre. Just quickly, folks, number 3, Ingratiating. It surprised me looking at this horse. Daniel Moore is in the saddle. It's currently back at $27. That is huge odds there for Ingratiating, who is used to running this distance. So don't rule the roughie out there. But my main pick's probably number 4, In the Congo, Barrier 12, Craig Williams on board. It's at $4.60. And I've gone with the favourite, number 9, Extreme Warrior. Barrier 9, John McNeil on board, currently back to $3.90. Last start in the Blue Sapphire Stakes, that was just brilliant. It was an absolute demolition by Extreme Warrior. Over 3.5 lengths it won by, so big win there, and hopefully a big win in the Coolamon Stud Stakes today. Race 8 is the Group 1 Kennedy Cantella. It's a 1600 metre now. I've got about 3 horses in this that I want to look at. So, number 3, Superstorm. Barrier 13, Damien Oliver on board. Currently back at $8. It's got a good chance to at least place in this race. So hopefully Superstorm goes well. Number 4, Riadini. Barrier 9, Rachel King on board. Currently back at $10. It goes well in the wet. On a soft 7, we saw that she goes well in the George Main Stakes when she placed second to Very Elegant. So Riadini, it's gonna rain today. I'm pretty sure about 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So that's enough time for the dew to set into the track, and hopefully Rio has a really nice run. And it's hard to go past the favourite at $4.20. Number 14, Mr. Brightside. Barrier 6, Craig Williams on board. This horse is so strong with this distance. It's won 6 in a row. It's absolutely fantastic, and I wouldn't be surprised if it makes it 7 consecutive wins. So it's going to be a great race there. Then race 9 is the Furphy Sprint to finish it all off at Flemington, 1100 metre. Number 4, Dirty Thoughts. This is my boxed first 4. Now, hopefully that goes well. Number 4, Dirty Thoughts. Barrier 4, it's a roughie at $17. It's been going well though, Dirty Thoughts, so I'm not sure why those odds are so long, but, you know, I'll take it if it's there. Number 5, Minhaj, the favourite, at $5.50. James McDonald on board, currently drawn, it's drawn Barrier 3, so Minhaj will go really well. Number 6, Marbusha, Barrier 11, and John McNeil's in the saddle for that. And to finish it off, I've chucked in number 11, Rainbeal, Barrier 15, Linda Meach on board. It won the Black Pearl Stakes in Geelong, so going off that, I'm hoping Rainbeal has a really nice run. So there's my box first 4, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 11. That's it from Flemington. Let's move off to the Rosehill Gardens. Race 1 is the Fillies and Mares Benchmark 78 Handicap. It's a 1200 metre. I've only got the one selection. It's number 6, Newsreader, Timmy Clark in the saddle. Currently back at $8.50. Her last win was in February at Warwick Farm, so hopefully Newsreader gets the win today. Race 4 is the 4 Pillars, 1500 metre. Number 4, Different Strokes. Drawn the inside barrier. The favourite at $3.50. Hugh Bowman on board. It's going to need to conquer that barrier early and position well. And hopefully maybe with about 800 metres left, makes a move and maybe gets the win. I've also chucked in number 6, Highly Desired. Barrier 7, Kathy O'Hara in the saddle. Currently back to $12. Coming off a 3-week break, but before that, Highly Desired had a nice win at Goulburn. Race 5 is the Rosehill Gold Cup, 2,000 metre. It's hard to, go past the short price favourite at $2.30. Number 2, Think It Over. Drawn Barrier 3, National Wheeler in the saddle. It's been brilliant winning the Hill Stakes and also the Craven Plate. It's used to the distance, it's used to this jockey, and it's used to finishing off strongly and getting those wins. So Think It Over, definitely on top for me in the Gold Cup. And I'm hoping number 5, Lions Roar, has a nice run. Drawn Barrier 7, Hugh Bowman on board. Currently back to $5.50. Finished 3rd in the Craven Plate and hoping for it to at least place. Race 6 is the Classique Legend Stakes, 1300 metre. I've gone with the favourite, back to $2.50. Number 2, Masked Crusader. Barrier 5, Tommy Berry on board. It was fantastic in the Premier Stakes. Darren Flindell called it to a T. A miraculous escape out of jail. It made something out of nothing. And Masked Crusader, that was a fantastic win. Last time it ran a 1300 was in the Canterbury Stakes, where it finished 3rd. We saw it in the Tab Everest, finishing 2nd really strongly. Losing in the end to Nature Strip. 3rd was Eduardo, who's also in this race, and I'm sure he'll have a good run. Masked Crusader, he's got it in him, he's got to dig deep, and how he went in the Everest up against Nature Strip, Eduardo, horses like Classique Legend, Lost and Running, and others, that was fantastic. It's a strong horse, and hopefully wins the Classique Legend Stakes today. Race 7 is the Golden Eagle, 1500 metre. I'm hoping number 2, I'm Thunderstruck, the favourite at $3.70, goes well with Hugh Bowman. Number 4, Apache Chase on top for me. Jim Byrne in the saddle. Barrier 6, currently back to $7. It's been up to good form with Jim on board, and that's a great duo, so Apache Chase for the win for the Golden Eagle. It's going to be a fantastic day of racing. Derby Day, Rosehill Gardens, we've got the Golden Eagle, as I mentioned. It's going to be great because crowds are back, not only in Sydney, but in Melbourne as well. So the atmosphere is going to be there, and if you are taking a punt, good luck, and as always, gamble responsibly.